Hey y'all, what's up? So I wanted to do this video, and I wanted to do it for some time now, and I thought let me just do it because it really was on my heart more and more. But I'm actually going to read some of what I prepared because I really want to be intentional about this. So first off, I want to say thank you to each of you who have ever read a post, liked, or viewed any content on this group page. And even more so, most recently, where the topic of the post have been enmity. I know that that's kind of all that I've been posting. And here's a few reasons. I started posting the recurring posts and videos, etc., because it was my observation that in certain circles and often in Christendom, women get uncomfortable about addressing misogynistic behaviors because it makes them feel like they're aligning with feminists or the feminist movement, and that it's worldly and carnal. As consumers of social media content, I realize that each of us have a choice on what we intake, and it's my intent for this group of women to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I was also finding it that it was becoming challenging for me to try to manage that, and that's the good and the bad, in a coherent manner within the group, which is why I started posting the more positive and good news on my R with Known Authors page. So again, that's my R with Known Authors page, and on that page I only post positive, good news. And so I know for some of you, you're in a place where you can't afford to hear another bad story, and I get it. Or maybe it's really not your calling to advocate for others in the same manner as me. And what I mean by that is not that you don't, but I know that that's part of my purpose. So I'm probably wired, or have the grace to do it a little bit more. But trust me, it's exhausting for me too, or it feels more like a burden. So I totally get that. But then I also know that there are a few of you in this space that feel more compelled to impact change, and it's part of your purpose also, and you're in a position and disposition to do so. So a little bit about the videos and why I post the videos and the news stories, even though they're graphic and kind of murky and sad, visceral, right, is to kind of build my business case, right? That's what we do in business whenever we are trying to convince a group of people or a target audience why it's important to do that. And so I really wanted to put names with faces, and we can see them so often that we become desensitized. But really that's not my intent. But again, I think there's other stuff that we see over and over and we don't get desensitized to it. But I realize that this is hard and tough content. So again, I really want to say thank each of you queens just for hanging in there with me. I know I started off the group kind of one way. I post things with core values, and I'm kind of evolving too as it relates to the purpose and stuff. I know some people may not want to stay with the group. I'll probably even at some point consider making it a what's the difference between I think it's a private group but not a secret group. Right now the group is currently secret in that people can't even find the group unless I invite them. A private group, again, will let people be able to see the name of the group and become a participant, and So I'll be doing that. And there's others of you that may say, look, I never asked to be in the group. You invited me. I'm not quite sure how to check out the group. And look, no hard feelings. If you think that that's something that you want to do, I can remove you from the group as well, because I really want to respect your boundaries. And like I say, there's a lot of good positive information, encouraging information on the other page. So again, hang in there with me. I really do plan on teaching really more from my book, and so that's why you see the hashtags. What are you willing to do in terms of enmity? No, it's not that we are hopeless or we are without an option, but I've really just been trying to again build one, build capacity, but two, really, there are some people that really feel compelled when they see that, like, I want to impact change. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and by the way, this is clearly a bunny trail, but I will be at an event on Saturday. It's called T-shirts and Testimonies. I am supporting one of my friends who has a nonprofit. This is her first women's breakfast, so it will be in Bellflower at the main event. I believe tickets are available at the door, but again, you can look on Facebook for T-shirts and testimonies, and I'll basically just be there at a vendor table. So I'll have some books available. I'll have some opportunities if people are interested in coaching, etc. That event is hosted by Tracy Lee, and again, it's called T-shirts and Testimonies, and you can find it on Facebook, probably at events near you if you are in the Bellflower area. That's this Saturday, August the 10th. So anyway, thank you, and hang in there with me. Be encouraged. We are not without hope. Again, we are redeemed from the curse, but just like the enemy hasn't given up on his war against us and men as well, we have to be vigilant and mindful and really realize that we do have an adversary, and let's come together and think about strategies to change that. So I love you, queens. Good night. Thank you for bearing with the noise in the background. I'm sitting outside on my porch. I got my lights on, so I had to take my glasses off because there was a glare, but obviously my dog was barking too. So talk to y'all soon.